G'day folks, welcome to Big V TV. Great to have your company as always. Do I ever say it's not great to have people's company?
No, it's not, and it's always
good
a bumper show.
Bumper show, massive show. But
Another big week in basketball.
well, not yet. Not yet,
Heading
but it's
towards.
going to be pre-season shows coming your way. We're getting out and having a look at each club, and the club of choice this time around, the
Camberwell
Dragons. Camberwell Dragons. New team in the competition in youth men.
Let's have a look at them.
So they've got 3 teams on court this season, the Camberwell Dragons. We will have a look at the youth men to start off with. They're in Youth League 2.
Yep, another one of our new entrants put the application in. It was a pretty solid application. They've been granted a spot in the competition, and it's great.
And we'll talk about the players in a moment, but one thing I'm really liking here is the guy taking the reins.
He is Mr. Camberwell. Julian Fields, a long-time player.
Yep.
And he's going to be a great coach from all reports he already is.
Probably one of the most respected guys in basketball.
Just
going
a genuine bloke.
Yep.
Camberwell through and through.
Yep. Like it.
Yep. And he'll be assisted by Ezra Kumar, and their sponsor is the Bendigo Bank.
Bendigo Bank.
I think
This might be a bit of a recurring one as we go through the clubs, but they do a great job.
Let's have a look at all the players. Beth, run us through them.
Matt Barr, Camberwell MMBL. Alex Burgess, Div 1 men's team. Alan Chan, Camberwell MMBL. Ben Doddridge, Camberwell MMBL. Mark
Fernandez.
Camberwell
Bang the
MMBL.
drum.
Luke Gurk, Melbourne
No,
Tigers.
that's Fernando.
Can you hear Fernando?
You just said Luke Gurk, didn't you, from Melbourne?
Luke Gurk from Melbourne Tigers.
Now, he was in the Victorian Schoolboys team.
Okay.
He's a very good player,
Nice.
driven, and he does the stuff around. He'll have a good year.
That's great.
He was a Melbourne Tiger. That's right.
Regan Ibbotson from Waverley Juniors. Mark Jeffers.
There's a big name right there.
Big inclusion in this youth.
Golden Hairs.
Youth 2.
Div 2 Golden Hairs 2011.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Peter Maunder.
Maunda.
Nunawading Inspectors D-League.
Wow.
Josh Smith from the Div 1.
He can play.
Oh, hang on. Did you pronounce that right? Smith it is. Is that right? Or
Can you just spell it for us?
Smith, I think.
Yeah, I think she's right. Sorry. Yeah.
Right. Dylan Sweeney, Camberwell MMBL, and John Young, also Camberwell.
You're amazing. Hey, did he have his own television show, Johnny Young?
Johnny Young. Yeah.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
Was it in the mid 80s?
A long time ago. I don't mind this camp. Yeah, very well done. Yeah, okay, all right.
I like this team.
All
I love this team.
All the Camberwells just switched off.
Yeah.
Very good team. This.
Did you get the VJBL rookie?
Yeah, he was
Regan.
He was in the
Regan.
Regan.
Probably the big one here for me, Mark Jeffers.
Oh,
He's going to be called upon to lead this team. He's a proven player at D1 men's level. He should carve it up, and I think he will have a very, very good season.
Yep. No doubt.
Considering though that look at all these other names, they are young kids.
Yeah.
They needed someone, I think, to steer the ship,
Yeah.
and I don't reckon there's anyone better. They've made a really great choice.
doubt.
And coach-wise too.
And
Oh
look,
yeah.
Can I just say as well, the fact that they've put, before they've come in and applied to the league, that these guys have played in MMBL,
Yeah.
so they've got used to being as a team. It's not going to be like maybe some of the youth teams that have had their tryouts and come together for the first time. These guys have played before with a player like Jeffers in there. I think they're going to be pretty good.
I think they'll surprise a few people.
Yeah,
first
me
season.
too.
So,
I'm in finals.
what are we thinking?
I'm in finals.
Yeah.
I think they
I like
may.
that team.
I think they may just miss
Okay.
finals.
Yeah.
I think Mark Jeffers will be an absolute standout in this team. It's just a case of whether
Do
he's
you
got
write for the Devil's Advocate?
No, I don't. Thank you very much.
It's going to be, look, youth two I think is going to be the new teams plus
Yeah.
the teams that are there. It's going to be pretty unknown. I think they're an absolute chance at making the finals.
Yeah, I think about 5th. Just I think it's going to take.
Okay, every
Yeah,
team.
no,
Go back
no,
and watch the other shows. He picks everyone's finishing fifth.
Justin's not really here. It's a bit
I think it might take a full season for some of these younger guys just to get up and.
You know, there's like how many new teams in this competition?
4.
Yeah, they might finish 2nd or 3rd. So, what about Women's Division 1? Last season, the Dragons 4 and 15. It wasn't a great season.
No.
It depends how you classify that. The
Well-
first season in Div 1, they ran with a very young roster
Yep.
intentionally to bring on Camberwell kids. They've topped up with some experienced
Yep.
bodies this year, and I reckon they're going to be
Up and about.
That'll be alright.
a lot more competitive. They're 4 wins, absolutely. You look at that stat and you think, oh, how did they keep their spot?
Yeah.
But there was a lot of very, very narrow losses there, and oftentimes they were competitive for 2 and 3
I was
quarters.
going to say that's probably the area that they've got to
Yeah.
extend.
Yeah,
definitely.
He's played that full 40 minutes out.
Yep. Brian Vaughan's coaching them again. Bendigo Bank, the sponsors, new players coming in, and they have loaded up with some experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've got Emily Matheson from Hawthorn, who's a strong player. Kate Marnie from Chelsea.
And just on those two players,
Yeah.
Em Matheson at Hawthorn and Kate Marnie at Chelsea, we're talking about two unbelievably respected players at those particular clubs. Lots and lots and lots of years of experience at their clubs, and for whatever reason they've now stepped to Camberwell. But two incredibly experienced individuals.
Yep.
Good.
Who will lead the kids
Leaders.
well.
They are leaders.
Which is what they needed, isn't
Yeah.
it? And Elise Lambro from Hawthorn.
Handy pick up.
Talina Barn.
Talina Barn from Ringwood.
Yeah, look, Talina probably hasn't played
Yep.
for...
We've had it quite a while.
Yeah, probably 4 years, I suppose. I remember coaching Talina back early 2000s when I was at Ringwood, and she's a board banger. She will take
Very
a lot of rebounds.
Should go well with Zanelli Marama then.
She goes after it hard.
Definitely.
There's another name on their ends that if she plays, I think absolutely
It's
can
a big
transfer
if.
the whole
Is it a big if?
competition. Well, we heard, back pre-Christmas
Swirling,
she was playing, and then we heard that she wasn't. But then when this list has been sent through by Camberwell, she's on it. It's Delisha Lloyd, the women's import for Bulleen Championship
Last season.
women in state champ. When she went into state champ for Bulleen, she made them instantly
Yeah.
twice as good as what they were.
Yeah.
So in Division 1, she can get up and down the floor for a big girl. I think she instantly makes them a hell of a lot tougher than what they were if she is going to be playing for them.
And
Yep.
weren't they short last year?
Yeah.
If she's
one
if
big-
she's come in,
Yeah.
if she's come in, they have an absolute rock to play around.
Well,
Yeah.
I was at a Dandenong Bulleen WNBL game, and when the game program came out, she was actually on the Bulleen list
Yep.
in the WNBL. Now, she wasn't sitting on the bench or anything like that, but even if she's been training as well with the Bulleen
Yeah.
WNBL team, if she walks
Got a
into
bad
this
off
Camberwell
season for Big
team,
B.
that makes it a whole different ball
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that we're seeing here, again, what Camberwell have learnt out of last season is they needed to get more experience into their group
Around
to
the
compete
young
in what is a very, very strong division.
Sure.
Probably the one question there is Matheson and Lambro coming from Hawthorn.
Yeah.
Hawthorn and Camberwell side by side. Is it going to be something that we see more regularly in the future between Hawthorn and Camberwell? Maybe different opportunities for players crossing teams? It's probably the first real time that we've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, the two
between
clubs
these two.
they have a developing rivalry. I think they play for a Bendigo Bank trophy or something like
Yeah.
that as
Yeah.
well. So, that's great for basketball.
What about players on the way out,
A
Beth?
few outs. Sam Wells to the MMBL.
Now that is a big loss. Sam Wells, an experienced. When I say experienced, she showed a lot of experience last season for them at times. So that's a pretty big loss there.
Miranda Charlton also to the MMBL. Malika Ivanov.
Militia.
Militia?
I want her name to be Militia.
Okay, we'll be
Yes.
Militia.
Sounds
Ivanov. Headed off to Knox and Amanda Jenkins, not too sure. No.
No.
And Kira Hill off to Hume City Youth League.
So you would say pound for pound, their ins are definitely better than their outs.
They're significant.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, where are they going to finish? 4 and 15 last season, Camberwell. They've stayed up in Division 1. Big ins, Matheson Lambrew, Delisha Lloyd, we believe, that's the word. Talina Barn, Kate Marnie, where do we think?
Top 4?
No.
No.
Okay, give us a
Close but
prediction.
no cigar.
Yep, where?
5 to 6.
Mid? Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking just missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just missing.
I want them to make it, but I
I
just
think
don't
it's really hard. Like you look at that Division 1 women's competition, and again, I had in my head the whole time. I think there's probably 8 teams that I think would be finals contenders. Before I'd seen this Camberwell's list, they were in one of the 2 teams that I probably wouldn't think. You look at that now and you think maybe. So there's that's just crazy. That's
Yeah.
great.
Let's have a look at the Division 1 men. 16 and 6 last season for the Dragons. They finished on top of the table.
They lost
Yes.
to Mildred eventual champions.
Yep. So they were very, very competitive. Mind you, they've lost some big names, but they do have a new coach, Rails.
They
Someone
do.
that's been around for just a few years.
Yeah, I think he's played at a club or 2. Damon Lowry.
It's a good in. He's still running around and he's still
Crazy.
playing very, very good basketball.
Very, very handy.
Yeah. He's got a pensioner's card, I think. He's been around a while, hasn't he?
Hey, he's up. He's my age.
He's got a pensioner's card.
wow.
No, Damon Lowry, very good in coaching. He'll be playing, obviously, no doubt about that. Bendigo Bank, as we said, are the sponsors of Camberwell. New players coming in, young man, and there are some good names here.
No doubt. Little pocket rocket from Hume City, formerly Elf and Mash Briar. can shoot the lights out, fill it up super quick.
It's a good
Yeah.
backcourt.
Well, there's their guards straight away.
So that's a nice
Because
backcourt
Larry
we
will
got
play
there.
himself 35 minutes.
As you would.
Oh, yeah, it's probably a bit
I
light
reckon he
on.
will.
It's a bit light on.
38.
39.50. Yeah.
No, he's done well.
Robbie Stone from the Melbourne Tigers.
Good young player.
Yep, he'll be alright. Gatlowack Gay from Hume City and Steve Joseph from Keilor.
So players going out though for Camberwell is probably one that we need to have a
Pretty
serious look
significant.
at. Beth,
We go through them. Justin Flannery, Chris Anstey.
who's that second player? Who's that?
Chris Anstey.
Oh, right, Chris Anstey. Yeah.
Obviously coaching him well. Kevin Anstey, who retired. Jordan Cadman, as of now, going back to Latrobe. And Julian Fields coaching the youth squad.
Some very, very good players there. And Mark Jeffers, who was their starting point guard last season,
Yeah.
is gone down to
I think
the
that is actually the starting five apart from
Just about.
Chris Lynch.
Yep.
I'm not sure what he's doing.
Well, I heard he's back, but nothing concrete. But
Yeah.
talk is that he could be back, which they're going to need him to be this year, I think.
ultra competitive competition D1 men. What do we think with the Camberwell Dragons? Finished top of the table last season before finals.
Yeah.
They're a good team, but
They are a good team, but that conference
Yeah.
is smoking hot this season.
yeah.
It's tough.
Smoking hot. I can't see
Won't
them
make
making
it?
top 4. No.
Oh,
It's-
that's
it's
God knows that
yeah,
they won't
no,
make it.
I,
Like-
go on.
No, you go.
I would actually, even if they had last season's team,
You just.
they would maybe even struggle to make top 4 with the way
It's
that
gone up,
conference
hasn't it?
will be.
Yeah, it's
taken
definitely
a
gone up.
massive
You know,
step.
like the backcourt of Breyer and Lowry, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Chris Lynch is, an awesome import. So they're going to be good, and they're going to be the type of team that if you have a bad game against them, you're going to lose. You're going to have to bring your A
Yeah.
game. But I just think, as you guys said, the A game, in Div 1 men this year is going to be fantastic.
Those clubs that are prepping to go up to state champ.
Look, I
will
think
really
they'll
bring
probably
it.
just miss out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the Camberwell Dragons. I think.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Well, you're already
Something,
out.
yes. Something really good.
Should make no interruptions.
Something really good for Camberwell. Over the years, they've got a junior program that's improving. Over the years, they've always struggled to have a home. They've played out of Waverley,
Yes.
they've played out of Kerry Baptist
Yes.
Grammar.
Yep.
This year, they're actually have gone in with Baldwin Secondary College to
Like
play at, Baldwin High School, I think it is. There's pictures up on their Facebook page if you want to see the new venue. It's absolutely fantastic,
Right.
ready to go, and it's just going to be really good for an up-and-coming club like Camberwell to have their own
Oh, it's
home.
home.
Yeah,
It's home.
and I think that's just great for them.
It's great for the visiting clubs as well because Kerry was
not
a
ideal.
stopgap.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's just going to be awesome for them to have their own home now, which is good.
There it
Green
is.
used to move at Kerry whenever I dumped it.
Well, you used to.
Just moved from side to side.
It was
It's a bit annoying.
Interesting when you look down one end like that. But anyway, that's another story. We're glad they've got a new home. So well done to the Camberwell Dragons. Good luck for the season to everybody out there. I think we're going to see some good things.
I think so.
And they're going to be there or thereabouts in all three of the divisions that they're playing in. Big VTV pre-season, the Camberwell Dragons. There they are. Who's coming up next?